Hello, a good afternoon, my friend. Today is the day number 4, and for me it's a good pleasure in order to explain all the people regarding the fundamental elements of project management. In this specific part of the standard of project management, you can find all regarding the fundamental elements of project management. When any kind of people need to know which is the fundamental elements in this specific part, you can understand everything in order to connect the organization with the project management. You can see here in this specific section, you can explore all the key project management perspective and relationship that is very crucial for effective for the project delivery and organization success in order to cover conceptions like the following. First of all, how the project create value inside the organization. Which is the link between the organization governance and the project governance, which is the difference between operation management and project management. And finally, the relationship among the portfolio program and project management, as well as the connection to operation management. In this specific part, you can understand how to manage your company, how to manage the project. You can see here in this specific part of the PMBOK guide, you can understand which is the characteristic of the project. The project is a temporary and unique context. What's a temporary? Temporary because it has a specific time. Time in order to comply the objectives, time in order to use all the resource, time in order to comply with the strategy. If you don't comply this time, this resource, you can cut your project. And for that reason, this is the reason why the project is a temporary, because always you have a time in order to comply your goals. In the specific part, for example, is when you have any kind of external factor like the legal, regulatory, compliance issue that you always have to stop this project. For that reason, it's considered the temporary. Temporary is characteristic of project, and which is unique context, because in all projects have unique context because they have a specific condition and environment that is within from another project. And why is here? Because you have to comply specific goals, scope, duration, location, technology, quality, cost, risk, resource, and stakeholders. For that reason, my friends, you have understand here the value creation through the organization change. Because currently all the companies have the current state. When you implement any kind of project, program, or portfolio, you have a future state, and you have to manage this change. And for that reason, this specific change, you have to understand the relationship and the difference or the connection between the organization governance with the project governance. From one side, the organization governance is when you are talking about the direction from the specific policy in order to meet the strategic and operation goals. From the other side, project government is adaptable in order to create value through and unique product, service, and result inside the organization. And for that reason, both are essential for ensure the project contribute to the organization strategic officing, and they have to complete in order to start in some part. In that starting some part is the project organization. Project organization is because project necessarily have to do any kind of change in this specific factor. And factors can be the thing in specific areas. And these areas regarding to meeting regulatory, legal, social requirements, satisfy stakeholder requests, implementing or changing business, and creating any kind of improvement from your process in order to increase your productivity, increase your revenues in this specific part. For that reason, when you are talking about the operation and product management, you can find here a huge specific concept that you have to put in your mind in all when you take this specific PMP certification or PMP exams. Which is this specific part is because the operation management is always have to connect or how to intersect with the project and the operation in different points of the product life cycle. When developing new products, when improving the product, at the end of the product life cycle, or at each close out phase or iteration. For that reason, my friends, you here in this specific part, you will understand the relationship between the project, program, and portfolio. And that is the most easy ways to understand which part. You can find here the key of the main question that you will find in the PMP exam. Which is the external environment? Is outside the company or the organization. Internal environment is all regarding to the contain the operation of the company, but the system for value delivery is how to connect the relationship between the portfolio program and the project. All of that is the how to connect this specific part in order to provide a value for the company, in order to increase the sale of the products, the revenue from your company, and how to manage in a better way the operation from your company. That's my friend. is the key. And this table you have the summary, then the specific definition, scope, change, planning, monitoring, and successors from regarding the portfolio, program, and project. And always, don't forget that project a temporary and unique context to create value. A program, a group of projects that in coordinated way you can obtain a huge advance when they individually cannot do it. And finally, the portfolio is the union with your program project that you will comply and achieve the strategic offerings. That's the main characteristics that you need to know. With that, my friend, it's all information that I can provide.